Hey guys, what's up? It's Emma, and today I wanted to do something a little bit different than I usually do. I've done a video here at the Round Room before, but it was more of like a exploration, kind of just like walking around kind of thing. This time I wanted to do an actual like mini documentary on the place because this room has a lot of history. The Round Room is technically an abandoned old water tank, and it lies in the middle of a field at the base of Wolf Mountain. So some of the history with this room, or this water tank, as it is technically a water tank, it is very much affiliated with the Church of Satan. The Church of Satan was founded in the 60s by a man named Anton Sandor LaVey. He was an infamous occultist. He was also an author, a musician, and the founder of the religion LaVeyan Satanism. So historian of Satanism, Jareth J. Medway, described LaVey as a born showman, with an anthropologist, Jean LaFontaine, describing him as a colorful figure of considerable personal magnetism. Academic scholars of Satanism per Faxneld and Jesper Peterson described LaVey as the most iconic figure in the Satanic milieu. He was labeled many things by journalists, religious detractors, and Satanists, including the father of Satanism, the St. Paul of Satanism, the Black Pope, and the evilest man in the world. A devotee of Aleister Crowley, an English occultist who founded the religion of Thelema, which is a social or spiritual philosophy derived from Western esotericism. The fundamental principle underlying Thelema, known as the law of Thelema, is do what thou wilt shall be the whole of the law. Love is law, love under will. This phrase can be, and usually is, interpreted universally, having moral, mystical, and socio-political implications. LaVey quickly attracted a following for his intimate knowledge of the dark side of the paranormal. Many have scoffed at the Church of Satan as being a fad or a social club. However, LaVey was a true believer. He declared 1966 to be Year 1 Anno Satanos, which in Latin means the first year of the reign of Satan, and he quickly set about building his cult. He had an interest in summoning beings and learning whatever secrets they might have. And rumors say that he was pretty successful with it. So Northern California was the home of the Church of Satan, and the Round Room, in particular, was a favorite spot for their rituals. And although the Church of Satan denies that LaVey led expeditions of his most advanced disciples to the Round Room, the locals here say that they hear strange sounds and noises around here, which the whole time I've been here so far, I've been hearing things. I keep thinking that somebody's coming up here, but being in here, since everything is so echoey, there could be a car, oh, I almost tripped on a rock, from way down the hill that sounds like it's right next to the room. So I'm a little sketched out being here because the police don't like it when people come here because, as you can see, there's a lot of graffiti, which if you didn't know, graffiti is legal. And I'm also afraid because a lot of people do still say that Satanists do still do rituals here, but I don't think that's true. I think it's just something to scare people, but it's still something to be cautious of. And as you can see, all these are spray paint cans. There's a lot. This all used to be in the middle in there, which I don't know if you guys can tell, but In this circle, there is a pentagram. It's pretty faded because it does look like it is made from spray paint that was done quite a long time ago. I don't believe that it was from the actual cult because I don't think that they would have used spray paint. I feel like it was just some kids that came up here trying to freak people out with a pentagram in the middle of, you know, a place where the Church of Satan supposedly did their rituals in. So a lot of people say that when they come here, they feel really weird things along with hearing noises. They feel like something is watching them, something is following them, like there's just a really negative presence around them. And honestly, I've been here a couple of times, a lot that has been off camera, and most of the time I've been here at night, which I do not recommend because that's when creepy people come out here, because it's like a hobo spot kind of, because it's hidden away. But I've never felt anything weird here. The only time I've ever felt weird here is right now because I'm by myself, and all I have for protection against any dangerous people that might be around is just a knife, and yeah. I've always come here with people, which if you do ever visit this place, don't come alone. I came alone because it is the daytime, and it's usually not very active here in the daytime. I believe it was ghost hunters that came out here and did an investigation. Ghost hunters, I could be wrong, it could be a different ghost hunting team, but they have come out here to the Round Room and done an episode. They've also gone to the Stone House in Nevada City, because there is said to be a blood demon that lives underneath the building. Because, okay, so I know I haven't told you guys the area that I live in. I try to keep that a secret, but now I am 18, so it's not really that necessary. I live in Nevada County of Northern California in a small town known as Grass Valley, which is where the Round Room is located. Nevada City is a small town right next to Grass Valley. And Nevada City has a couple, oh my hand is super shaky, has a couple of haunted places, including the Stone House, which I was telling you about, and also the Nevada County Hospital, which was a mental asylum where a patient actually escaped, shot the receptionist and killed her. Her name was Sarah Wilcox. There is a building dedicated to her in the Brunswick area of Grass Valley. He also went to a restaurant known as Lions that is no longer there. He shot the manager and the cook, and I believe he killed them both, or just wounded them, I can't remember. But yeah, so they shut down that hospital because it wasn't working at all very well for their patients. And now it's extremely haunted, and a lot of people like to do exploration videos there, including Sam and Colby, who I saw do an exploration video there recently. And honestly, I wish I had been there when they were there, even though I have never been to the asylum. And I saw in their video that one of the locals that was there was like, oh yeah, the cops don't really care if you're here. Yes, they do. They care. They don't want you there. Are you kidding? Are you kidding? So anyway, that was kind of off topic of the Round Room. But yeah, this area is a very historical place. California. Grass Valley is one of the original gold rush towns in California. Sorry. So a lot of Chinese immigrants died because of slave labor. I don't know why I can't pronounce words today. A lot of Chinese immigrants died. So this whole place is pretty much haunted. The entire town, the entire county is pretty much a ghost town with people still living here. So anyway, although the Church of Satan denies anything that happened with this place, there are members who still embrace their leader's darkest purpose. So a lot of people have said that they can see bloodstains around on the ground here, which a long time ago when I came here, it did look like there were bloodstains, but now it's pretty much all spray paint that I can see. People don't know if those bloodstains were real, if they were new, or if they were even from the time of the Church of Satan being here. It's a lot of debate, pretty much, because since the Church of Satan denies them being here, you know, you can't tell for sure. And I don't think they were ever caught. Unfortunately, Grass Valley is also what I like to call Tweakerville, because there's a lot of drug use in this town. It's gotten really bad lately. Pretty much anywhere you go in this town, you will see at least one tweaker, which is very sad, but police have found a lot of syringes around here, so there has been a lot of tweakers hanging out in this area because, again, it's kind of hidden. The police don't come up here really unless somebody calls them up here, because it's so far away from town that it's just not a part of their routine. And there have also been a number of missing person cases around this area of the Round Room, which I don't know if it's related to any cult activity. That's up for speculation too. You'd probably have to do a lot of research into that to, piece it all together. I personally don't care to look into that because I feel like the more you find out about this place, the more eerie it gets being here, and me being here right now, I kind of wish I didn't know about the Church of Satan being affiliated with this place. So like I showed in my last video, which I actually deleted, the Round Room is super close to a place that we locals call it Space, which is super confusing to anyone that doesn't live around here or doesn't know about Space, because there are surprisingly a lot of people in town that do not know what Space is. It's basically a abandoned radio tower, which a lot of locals like to go to and do the same thing. They like to graffiti the fuck out of the place. They like to just explore it. I'm gonna go see if I can show you guys real quick. Okay, sorry for the shitty lighting. So I'm right next to Space, but it sounds like there are people over there doing some construction or something, and even though I'm not doing anything bad and don't have any bad intentions going up there, it's technically private property and people aren't supposed to go up there, so I don't want to get in trouble at all for going up there if they're doing stuff, but I can see the top of it. I'm gonna see if I can get it on camera for you guys. So that right up there is the top of Space. It is a super big building. Maybe I will be able to come out here some other day and get a better video for you guys on it, but technically this video is for the Round Room, so Space isn't too important, but yeah, it's right over there. I would also like to mention that if you guys watched my creepy stories videos, I talked about how I was at a place with my friend and he was super freaked out, and so I wanted to make him feel better, and when we got into my car, I checked the back seat for him just to make sure there was nobody in there, and then I saw a ghostly figure of him sitting there, and I freaked out. It was actually here at Space when I saw that, so it's, not too far stretched that this area is haunted. I do believe in the spirits. I do believe that this area is haunted, so yeah, it was just really weird. Nothing like that has happened to me since the last time it happened, which was the other story that I mentioned in that same video with my friend Serena and her girlfriend at the time. Nothing like that has happened, but it's super weird. Super weird. But anyways, I'm gonna leave. I don't want to sit here for too long, just in case they come down. Yeah. So I'm driving away now. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you in the next one.